Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl back again with another video. Guys, as you must have seen from the title of today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 10 Netflix movies. Yes guys, I love these movies. They're amazing. They are movies that I can relate with. I love their storylines. Yes, I love them, so I'm going to be sharing it with you guys. So guys, in case you don't know, on Netflix you also have Nigerian movies. So I don't only watch American movies, I watch both Nigerian movies also and American movies. So in today's I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 of Nigerian movies that I love and 5 of American movies that I actually love. So guys, with no further ado, let's get into this video. But I'm going to do, how should I do it? I think first I will do Nigerian movies that I like and then American movies that I like. So let's get into my five Nigerian movies that I like for now. The first on my list, so guys, I'll be looking here because I have it on my laptop here on my list. So my first Nigerian movie that I want to talk about is Wives on Strike. So guys, why do I love this movie? They have actually different parts, should I call it parts or seasons? Okay, season 1 was all about it's actually, this movie is that, okay guys, let's stop. This movie, I'm just going to be telling you what it's about. I'm not going to tell you the details because I don't want to be a spoiler. I don't want it to be a spoiler. I'm just going to tell you the main things about this movie so that if you want, you can go watch them. So I'm going to explain the movie a little bit without getting into the details. So so for Wives on Strike, it's addressing social issue in Nigeria. So it has 2 seasons. It has the one Wives on Strike, which address the social issue of during the time that the Muslims wanted to give out their daughters as 13-year-old age, young girls for marriage. So this movie addressed that social issue, trying to create an awareness for people not to do that, because you cannot give out 13 years old and below, or from 13 years old out for marriage, because they're still kids. They should be in school. So the first season addressed it, and the second season of this movie addressed the domestic violence that's also happening both for male and female, because sometimes we find out that domestic violence are only addressed to men beating women. However, there's a situation also where women can also beat men. So this movie was also addressing that issue. That is why I like it, and it's my number 1, is addressing social issues. Number 2 of my Nigerian movie that I also like is Up North. So guys, this movie, I really love the actors, maybe because I love both the actors. Banky W and Adesua, they were the main characters in this movie, and I really loved it. They are talking about another social issue in Nigeria, about in the northern part of Nigeria, which addresses girls not being allowed to do certain things. For example, not going to school. Even though they go to school, they are limited to some kind of activities that they're allowed to do. For example, in this movie, the girl wasn't allowed to, she loves to run, but the dad says no, that she's a girl, she cannot wear some certain kind of clothes because she cannot, she's a girl, she's not allowed to expose or run or do certain things like that. So this movie was actually addressing it, and at the end of the day, she won. She was able to do her run and do whatever she wanted to do with her life without letting religion or any other thing stop her. So that's why I also like this movie. So my second Nigerian movie, the third now that I love, is My Country. My Country, that's the name of this movie. This is also addressing social issues. You're going to be like, why is this social issue? Yeah, because I just don't watch movie because it's a movie. I want to know the storyline. What am I going to learn from these movies? So My Country is also addressing a social issue in Nigeria, but on the part of is in the how is the name, Bayelsa State, maybe South, yeah. Is it this one is addressing the issue in South Nigeria. This is the where we get the oil productions and all that. So there's some social issues that the community are not being taken care of, or when even there's money or revenue for them, the people on the high position take this money, they don't take care of the community because the community are suffering, their water is bad. When people produce oil, when the country produces oil from their sector, they don't take care of the community. And it now shows what happens, how people turn out in this community. They turn out violent, they turn out not going to school and something like that. So that actually opened my eyes to see what really goes behind the camera, like what happens in this community. So I like that movie. It's very interesting. So what other movie do I like? Let me check. Yeah, okay, another one I like the most is actually Mom. It's called Mom at War. This one is not really addressing an issue. It's just very relaxing. It's like drama. It's just two moms like trying to do the best thing for their children, and one is trying to claim that, oh, my child is the best, and the other one's trying to say my child is the best. So one has a male child and the other one has a female child. It turned out that both of them are brilliant, and there's a position for them to, there's how do I put it, there is an opportunity for both of them one of them to be chosen to go for a scholarship in the UK or something like that. And both mom was fighting that he was going to be my son, it's going to be my daughter. At the end of the day, their kids fell in love, and the rest was story. So I loved it. It was very relaxing. If you really want to laugh, you should watch it. And last but not the least on my list is Isoken. It's called Isoken. I like the way it's being pronounced. So this one is actually drama, romance, and also comedy as well. So it's about this young, elegant, self-achieved lady that apparently is not married, and her mom is always pushing her that, typical Nigerian, yeah, African, that when you're not married, you're not fulfilled and things like that. So the lady was, she's achieved a lot of things, and she's not married, and the mom would keep setting her up for a date and blah 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 all the time. And at the end of the day, she kind of found someone, she fell in love with someone, and I like it. Okay, the story is just more relaxing, so something that you can really relate to if you're a young Nigerian lady that's you're self-dependent and your family are bothering you to get married. So if you're part of it, this movie, you can relate with it. So these are my 5 from Nigerians. These are my 5 Nigerian movies that I really love. So guys, if you don't know, I am telling you now, go to Netflix and write Nigerian movies, and you see all these movies. They are quite interesting. There are more of them, but these are my 5. So up next to my 5 American movies that I really love. Number 1 must be, should I use it number 1? I don't know. Should I do 1, 2, 3? Okay. In no order, I'm just going to point them out. The one first I love is A Fall from Grace. Oh my God, after watching this movie, guys, I don't know who to trust. I mean, friends are not friends that they call themselves. Like, I was really, really disappointed in how the storyline, how it turned out. Okay, how should I put it? How should I explain it to you guys? Okay, this lady, she was married and her husband passed, and she had a very older son. So she was lonely, and there it comes that this young man likes her. She fell in love and she married the young guy, and the rest, you need to go and watch it and know what happened. But anyway, that movie taught me that friends, you need to watch out for them. They are not to be relied on. Okay, and number 2 that I actually would like to talk about in this video is Breaking In. Oh, by my girl Gabrielle Union. Shout out. I love her. I love her movies. And this movie was just like, she's a mother and her father passed, and she had to go to her father's house maybe to sell it and something like that. What happened? So there were some gangs that were trying to steal from her dad some kind of money. And yeah, it happened that she and her kids were there, and it happened these people who held them hostage, and she needed to save her kids and all that. And I saw everything you can do for your children. Like, yeah, it was very nice. I liked it. The suspense was very high, but I enjoyed it, and I'm sure you can also enjoy as well. So, and the next on my list is Uncorked, guys. I don't know. This movie is, I mean, it might not be everybody's taste, but for me, I loved it. It's like after watching this movie, I had to actually take my time when I see a bottle of wine, trying to figure out what type of wine, where it is made for. Yes, guys, this movie is all about a wine, how this guy wanted to, the father had a restaurant, or yes, and he wanted him to take care of it, but the guy is not interested. He wanted something else. He wanted to be I don't know what they call them, the wine people. If you know, please put in the comment section. So it happened that he wants to be the wine people, the wine person, and the dad didn't want. But anyway, he got to study wine and he traveled to Paris, knowing that the date, how the wine is produced, the date, the ingredients, the kind of fruit, and everything. It was very nice. I mean, it enlightened me with wine that actually can even have that. Each wine has its own story. Yeah, that's what I got from that movie. And the next on my list, guys, is Selfmade. I know you guys were expecting that. Weren't you expecting it? Yes, Selfmade is another movie. Selfmade is another movie that I really loved. I fell in love with it. It has like 4 chapters, so each chapter has its own story about the first black entrepreneur lady. What's her name? Something Wash. If I remember her name, I'll put it there. So I like that. I like the storyline, and the storyline was actually encouraging to not just women, to anybody in life that you want to achieve something, and you feel that there's something you feel that you can't. It's just trying to tell that you can do it, you can achieve it. People will tell you no, people will tell you yes, but at the end of the day, you're going to do it if you want to. So I'm actually putting some things that I learned from that movie to this my YouTube channel. So this is why I will continue to upload these videos. If you watch it, good. If you don't watch it, yes. But anyway, let's not sidetrack from the topic. The movie was amazing. It taught me about self-independence and self-resilience and how to actually go for what you want in the right way, not with corruption. And last but not the least, from my American movies that I love the most is Dangerous Lies. Guys, I was watching that movie and I was on my seat like this. I was it from the beginning to the end. It was as if there's something. Oh, it was going to be. I could usually when I watch movies, I some kind of try to know where it will end. But in this movie, it was different. I didn't even see it coming. Everything was so like the person you're suspecting. Okay, what happened in this movie? You know, because I just said I don't want to spill the tea. So it's a lady was taking care of an old man who finally died. But after the man died, so many things unfold. And if you want to know the rest, please go watch the movie. Because I don't want to spoil it. So I just want to give you a little tip. So I will try to put the trailers of this video of the movies if I can, but if I can't, I'll just put the pictures. Oh guys, I knew I said I have 5 of American movies, but no, can I add one more for my cry babies? Is Miracle in Cell number 7. Guys, people said this recent one is not that deep as the first Korean or Chinese one, but I still feel this one is no, that movie is so emotional. If you're emotional, please, and you want to watch this movie, please make sure you have your box of tissue, and every minute you have to keep that in your face, because this movie actually made me tear up. I was crying. Yeah, I was crying. It was so emotional, but it was also nice. So guys, this is the end of this video. This is my top 10 Netflix movies. If you want me to add more, I can add more. I can do another video to tell you guys more. This for now, these are the ones that I actually like, that I watched. I have watched Wives on Strike like 5 times. Sorry, guys. And also I have worked on Uncorked like 2 times. And that's it, guys. I love this movie. And as always, guys, let me know what you think in the comment sections. Do you like these movies? Don't you like them? Have you been watching Nigerian movies? Are you interested in Nigerian movies? Do you like more of American movies? What movies do you like? Let me know in the comment section. As always, guys, if you're watching this movie video and you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to your girl's channel. It really means a lot to me. And please click the notification button so you can get notification of anytime I upload any video. So guys, see you in my next video. Bye.